Uh, Good evening, everyone. We're welcome back to class. We're so sorry for the network interrupt yesterday, and that is why we just tried our possible best to just try to, have a catch-up section for us to be able to, catch up in all what we have done before. Please, we are so sorry about that. We are so sorry about that. In today's section, we'll be looking into what we actually looked into yesterday. Our learning objective will be is going to cover look into uh, frame. We are going to be looking into frame. We are going to be looking into the difference between frames and shapes, frame properties, um, desktop frame, and I mean different properties like they are desktop frame, mobile frame, nested frame. And also we are going to be looking into star guide. Star guide is just like a little component of design system, or design system is actually like just a system whereby designers have actually built for a period of time. Probably you've tried to work on an e-commerce product, you've tried to work on a fintech product, commercial bank product, LMS product, and all of that. All of these products just made mention, and they all have their own star guide. And compiling that star guide together, and you keep it together, it can actually like make your design system whereby whenever you want to design any related product like that, you can just go into that star guide and take like just use whatever you want to use there. Star guide is just like something that makes life easier for designer. It's just like you being able to just prepare some component that you can be using in your design. You try to design or build them in a particular room whereby you can, whenever you want to design, you can just go there and just pick those design and pick those star guide like you've actually set on ground already, and you'll be using it in any of your designs that you are designing. And moving forward today, also we're going to be looking into what's it called, low fidelity, high fidel, and low fidel, mid fidel, and high fidelity. It's just we're going to be looking into that, but I just want to walk us through on this particular aspect. We have shapes, circle, polygon, star, line, boolean operation, and we're going to look and on practical. We're going to be looking into something called auto layout. Auto layouts make life more easier for designer, and it's actually things that you can actually do whenever you are building or whenever you are designing any product. And auto layout just makes your design, make it responsive in any screen that your design is going to be showing on, be it small screen, large screen, and all of that. So auto layout is something that makes life easier for designer. It actually makes your screen work on any screen that is going to be opening your design. And moving forward, we're going to be looking into some component, okay, and also we're going to, as I said earlier, we're going to be looking into star guide and what is inside star guide. These are the things that are inside star guide. We're going to be having our color style, we are going to be having our typographical, we're going to be having our different types of buttons inside our star guide. We're going to be looking into we are going to be having different types of icons inside our star guide, spacing, and and all of these things that we're saying is something that is giving our design, giving it a consistency looks, and it makes every of our design make it well okay. And now, without wasting our time, we're going to be diving into our practical aspect. But before we look into we walk through into our Figma board, I want to show us something briefly. I believe my screen, let me try to share my screen. Okay, please, I will try to stop sharing and I will share again. Okay, I want to share my entire screen. Now I believe my entire screen is visible now. Now what is actually showing on my screen right now is a low fidel wireframe. Low fidel, yes, wireframe. So with low fidel wireframe is actually your sketch out that you actually sketch for you to have a vision of what product you are actually designing. Okay, just sketching of whatever product you want to design and having the vision or basic vision of what you want to design for. And I'm showing on my screen, there are some key things that you just need to you got to have in any product you are building or you are designing out there. There are some cues like key screen that you just need to have there. And before you know there is a screen called splash screen, and splash screen is actually the first screen that pop up in any design, in any product that you use out there today, be it e-commerce, be it fintech, be it health products, any product. Talk about any product, is the first screen that is going to pop out in any screen, any product that you're using. Just think of splash screen as your the symbol of your organization. Giving a symbol of organization. Whenever you want to enter any organization, a symbol is going to give you what, like a brief information about that organization, give you the logo of the organization, give you the name of the organization, and a very short description of that organization before you now enter the organization. That is actually what splash screen actually means in design. And on my screen here we have a splash screen whereby we're having logo, we're having the name of the product, and we're having space that we can actually add our description. And again, we are having onboarding one. Onboarding one is just like giving users some insight of what they are going to be like, they giving them the insight of what the product is actually doing. Onboarding one, in onboarding one here we have learn by doing. We have onboarding 2 here, learn without limit. We have onboarding 3, build your futures. And all of these screens are screens that is very important in any of our design that we are going, in any of the product that we are designing out there. And you talked of please just a moment. Okay, we talked of all this. We have some button down part here, and once we are on this screen, once if we are on this screen, it means that this particular button is going to be inactive, otherwise is going to be active. And if we are on this screen, which is on body 2, this button is going to be active, this is not going to be active, and this is going to be inactive, is going to be active. And once we are on this screen, we are going to be having this one in this button active, and inactive, and we get to our sign up screen. Once we get to our sign up screen, this is a screen whereby our user can just try to register themselves in order for them to have access to that particular product that they are doing. And we have our login screen, which is a screen that user can, they use to interact with whenever they want to plug in into any particular product that they will register on before. And we have our dashboard. But before we move forward on this particular login screen is a screen that have a lot of screen behind it, whereby you as a user, user might not be seeing it, but you as a designer, that there are some screen that is being attached to it. Take for instance, maybe in any login screen you're going to find forgot password, and that single forgot password text. Forgot password is actually a text button. It's actually a text button, and behind that text button we have a lot of screen there, whereby we have a lot of screen that's a screen that's going to tell you that is either telling you to input your email or your phone number for you to get OTP. So once you input your email, you click on continue, and another screen is going to tell you that another screen is going to pop out, giving you an insight that you should go back to your mail, copy the code being sent to you, and bring it back to that product, and you put it here into a screen that is requesting for the OTP. And then another screen is going to tell you that you confirm the OTP until the end of setting up your screen. Setting up the password that you forgot. A screen is going to tell you that please just a moment. So a screen is going to there is going to be a screen that is going to tell you again that okay, confirm this OTP. After they confirm the OTP, the screen, another screen is going to pop up again, whereby it's going to direct you back, that is going to tell you that you set another new password that you want to use. Once you set the new password that you want to use, you confirm it, and everything is well working and perfectly. A screen there will be a button again that will send you back to your login screen, whereby you enter your new password and your mail, and you kick into the product you are trying to log in into. And once you log in, the first screen that you're going to see is your dashboard. And dashboard in design and dashboard in any product is just like a sitting room, or it's just like a system or reception. A sitting room is just where anybody that is entering any building, that is the first thing, that is first room that they are going to see. Once you enter the sitting room, that is when you can now be going to different room. You want to go to kitchen, you want to go to master bedroom, you want to go to children bedroom, and all of that. And in fact, in any organization also, let me just break it down again and use organization. As an example, we say flat screen is just like the entrance of our building, of our company building, and dashboard now is just more like the reception of any organization. You get to any organization, they tell you that you sit down, and once you get to any reception of any organization, that is when you now know that you now decide on where to go to. Oh, is it the director you want to go and see? Is it the department of marketing you want to go into? Is it the department of design you want to go into? Is it the department of engineering you want to go to? Is that particular situation, that is where you're going to decide on any place that you want to navigate to. Same thing applicable to dashboard. Once you get to your dashboard, probably the fintech product, that is when your dashboard, that is when you now be thinking, oh, did I want to buy? Is it data that brought me to this application? Is it NEPA bill I want to pay? Is it water I want to pay? Is it examination bill I want to pay? So that is simply how dashboard work. And after this low fidel wireframe, we have one again that is called mid-fidel wireframe. Mid-fidel wireframe is something that you can do on your Figma board, whereby you have your design, you have your frame and all of that. Your content is inside the frame, but the difference there is just that there won't be color, there won't be image. So from midfield, we are going to be going into iFidel is just like your perfect design that you've tried to work on. The content is well arranged, the pictures is well arranged, color is well organized, everything is well organized, the alignment and all of that is well organized. That is your mid-fidel wireframe. I think we'll be diving more on that in our master class. I just want to prepare your mind. If you have interest in our master class, please, it's going to be a privilege for you to just subscribe into that, for you to have more knowledge on what we are actually talking about. Moving forward, we are going to be looking into our Figma board now and see what we have for today's section. Yesterday when doing our course, we are trying to look into some key information about Figma. Figma is actually a cloud-based software, though there is a software that you can actually install on your laptop or desktop, but a lot of people just prefer that they don't want to have any application that is going to be bringing the RAM of their laptop, bringing it down. Instead of them, a lot of people are accessing Figma through web. So Figma is actually a web software whereby you can actually access in any web, and the beauty of Figma is that you can collaborate with a lot of people around the world. A lot of people that you have not even met before in your life. I've done that before, and through my experience I have experienced a very great experience about Figma, because I've actually used Figma to collaborate with people, even people that are not even in my home part, in the company that I still in the country that I still we work together and we have a design together, and everything worked perfectly touching that. So it is very, very good. Figma is a very, very good, and is actually beginner friendly. There is nothing complicated in Figma. Very, very easy to navigate through. And another thing I want us to understand is that even if you want to register your Figma, there's one thing that that is very common in some product that they are pushing, especially those modern products now. It is very, very it is very, very common in some modern products right now, whereby if you want to sign up for any product, you discover that instead of you entering your information one after the other, there is going to be an option for you to just sign up with Google, sign up with Apple, sign up with a lot of option is there. So Figma also give you room like that to just sign up with your Google account instead of creating another password, trying to look the best password that you will be able to remember anytime you want to log into your Figma board again. You can just go to www.figma.com and you'll sign up with your Google account that you already have on your PC. So moving forward on Figma today, we'll be trying to look into some key tools that is being used on Figma, and we try to maximize our time in order for us to cover some things in our sections today. On my left hand side, we're going to be seeing some content that that is I'm hovering on. This content is actually things that I have added into my frame. Okay, these are the things that is that if you see this thing as I'm shaking it, as I'm hovering on it, you will discover that even the images I have on my screen. Let me try to zoom this so we can all see what I'm seeing. Now as I'm hovering on this, you will discover that there are some lines that is giving light, is showing around those images that is showing on the screen. It means these are the content that I have on this board here. All what we are seeing here, it means that these are the things that we have on the Figma board here. All of these now, it means that they are on this Figma board already. So these are the projects that we've worked with, touching our previous section with the previous course that we have in the firm Innovatech. Okay, now on my right hand side here, we are seeing something like AG header, AG2 and caption and all of that. This particular section is just for our typo, is for our color, is part of our design. All of this, they have what they are doing, and during the course of our practical, I mean practical in this section, we'll be seeing how it works and how we can actually utilize all what is at my right hand side here. And we have something beneath my screen here, whereby we have this, we have pen, and we have inside this we have, inside these tools we have move tools, we have hand tools, and we have scale tools. They also have what they are doing. And in this we have frame tools, we have section tools, we have slide tools, and in this we have this is actually a frame tools, it's actually a shape tools. Inside shape tools we have rectangle, line, arrow, ellipse, polygon, stars, and image. They all have what they are doing. And during the course of our getting our hands dirty in the practical section of this training, we're going to be seeing how it works. And these pen tools actually have it works also. We have inside pen tools we have pen, we have pencils. Inside pen tools we have pen and pencils. And we have another one here, which is our text tool. Our text, we have text part also on it. And again we have this as comment tools. Comment tools actually work this way. I said earlier that Figma is actually a cloud-based software that you can actually use even all over the world together with some teams member. Okay, comment is just like you probably we are working as a team, and the screen that they gave me on that project is that I should design the login, the splash screen on body 1, on body 2, on body 3, and the sign up and the sign in. That was probably, let's assume that is the screen that they gave me to design. Once I'm done with my design, I can just leave the comment there and tell our team lead to just go there and check for any corrections that he or she needed to just correct on it. And any place wherever the team lead is or she is in the world, he can actually navigate through that and make any comment through these particular tools that we're having on the screen right now. And we have another one, which is action. Action is just where we can get our plug in. A lot of assets and resources are on Figma, inbuilt asset on Figma. And this plugin is actually resources that you can use, resources like an illustration, resources like animation, resources like icons. So they are embedded in Figma that we can actually access through this particular tools. So moving forward, okay, we want to know the difference between shapes and frame. Frame is actually a container that holds our design. Frame is actually a container that holds our design. I believe we are all together. Frame is actually a container, like a building that holds our design. In a building we actually have a structure surrounded. Okay, that structure is actually things that is covering whatever properties that we put inside that building. So that is actually frame in a design. And we now see how whenever once we will try to look into the difference between it, the frame and the shapes, and how it actually works. So now we want to use our frame. I click on frame and I dropped it here. This is actually a frame. And on my screen here we see that we have a lot of we have a lot of shapes, we have frame for iPhone 17, we have for 16, 18 Pro, we have for 16, we have for 16 and 17 Pro Max, we have for iPhone 16 Plus, we have for iPhone Air, and we just have a lot of frame. It's now based on the screen that you want to design for. You picking your frame based on the screen that you want to design for. We also have MacBook. Even if you are designing for desktop, we have MacBook, we have Air, we have desktop, we have a lot of screen is there. In fact, even if you are designing for wristwatch, we have Apple wristwatch, a lot of Apple wristwatch here. For Twitter post, we have iPhone mini. We have, in fact, we have Google Pixel, we have iPad, we have Surface, we have MacBook, Surface, and all of that. We have a lot of frame, but you are picking frame based on what you want to design. You are picking your frame based on what you want to design. Oh, let us say we want to design for, let's say we want to design for 100 medium. These are 100 medium. This is how it looks like. I think let's just pick something. Let's pick 100 compact. Okay, now these are 100 compact frame. These are 100 compact frame. You see frame now, and we want to. What is the dimension of 100 compact? We have dimension of 100 compact as 412 pixel and 917 pixel. Please on Figma here, we measure in pixel. Now we want to pick shapes. Now these are shapes, and we have shapes here, and shapes comes in 100 by 100. And let's just try to look at the 412 and 917. 412 and 917. 412. Okay. I think 917. 917. So we also have a frame and a shape beside each other. Let's just give it the color. So we have shapes and frame. The first thing that you should notice here is that your frame carry a numbers and it carry a name. The first difference that you will notice between them is that frame carry a name, but shapes did not carry any name. Now another thing that I want us to note, now let me duplicate this, and I want to put this. Let me send it front. Okay, duplicate this also, and I want to put it here. Now we have content on these two things. I believe my screen is visible. We have content on frame, we have content on shape. Let me now say something. Let me say, I told us earlier that frame is a container, and whatever you put in your container, that thing is going to be moving with that container. That is just frame for you. Frame is a container. Whatsoever you put in a container is going to be inside container, and it's going to be moving with that container. Wherever you take that container to, that particular thing that you put inside it is going to go with it. So whatever you put inside frame, wherever you take your frame to, the content is following this frame to that place. But shape is just like you putting something on a balloon. If you move the balloon, the thing will still remain on the same thing. It's just like putting something on a paper. If you remove the paper like this, you drag the paper like this, that particular thing will not move with the paper. It's going to be on a place. That is the difference between them. Now let's just try to move our shape. You see our shape now. Immediately once I move this shape, this particular content remain on the same point. It remain in a place. And let me move our frame. You see, as I'm moving frame, the content is moving with the frame. Wherever I move this frame to, the content is moving with the frame. So that is just the simple explanation I can give about frame. Frame is the container. Whatsoever things that you put inside frame is going to remain inside frame, and is going to be moving together with the frame. But shapes is not like frame. Shape, once you move shape, the content that is on that shape is going to remain where the shape was before. Okay, is going to remain where the shape was before. So that is that about that. Now we want to move into we want to build our star guide. And I said earlier, star guide is just the resources that we're going to use in any product we want to do, for just to make life easier for designer. And you see here we have colors palette here, and this color palette is everything we are going to be setting it as star guide. So now we want to start from color palette. No, we have like, I think we have like up to how many color palette? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So we have 9 color palettes. I want to create this. Let's just make this 50. It's just for our, we are just setting this for we are setting it for our star guide. Now we are going to duplicate it to in 9 places. 1 2 3, this is 4, sorry, this is 4. We have 6 now. Let's just try to highlight this and duplicate. We have it as 9. This 9. We have 9 now. So we want to give it color one after the other. Let's copy this color code. I want to copy this color code and highlight this. Now this is what we want to do. Let's set this, Ctrl V. This is the color that we have here. Copy this also. We come to view. Sorry, I didn't explain. We come to view here. Highlight this and Ctrl V it, meaning we are dropping the color code that we copy from here. We are dropping it here, and if you look very well, we have 0 asterisk 05F172A. We have the same thing here, and I click on enter and I have the color here. Okay, I come over here again. I want to copy this color. Okay, I want to copy this way, and I come back to, I try to highlight this also, and I come to fill again. I paste it here, and I click on enter and I have the color on here. 1 2 3. I want to come to here to copy this color code again, and I click on this. I want to come to my fill again. I Ctrl V and give it this. I want to copy the warning color code. Copy this. I try to highlight this. Come to fill. I drop it here. Same thing. I'm just trying to copy the code and take it back to our fill. You first try to highlight this, come to view here, drop it, and do this. Think okay, for our background, copy this, come here, V and white. For our surface, V as our surface. For border, we want to use, copy this for border and Ctrl V and enter. So those are our color. Those are the colors that we are going to be used, like we are using in this design. Now we want to set all this color as star guide. We want to set it as star guide. Okay, we try to highlight this first color. Okay, and I come over here. You see that we have this thing. It says apply style and variable. No, you are going to click on this plus sign. Okay, as you click on this plus sign and this one pop up. So once this one pop up, click on this plus sign again, and this also pop up. As this pop up, we are on variable. Just click on style, and we have our style already. These are and we just want to set the name of this one as primary color. You say primary. Let's say, what is the name of product I want to build for, so it won't mix up. I think TechVas. We say TV primary. Say TV primary. That is TechVas primary. So what is the description? We want to make the description for let's say TV primary color. Okay, and we click on create style, and we click on create style. This style is here. You see, already it is here. Let me duplicate this now and see what we have. Let's assume I want to use primary color on this particular color. I will just come to here. I will click on this place, and you see, let me just search for TV, and I have my TV. I click on TV like this, and I have the color here. You know, it makes life more easier for me. And I click on this also. I come over to this plus sign, this pop up. I click on this plus sign again. I click on style. Okay, and I want to give it a name. I want the name is TV secondary, and I will say TV secondary color. Okay, and I will click on create style, and this style is being created now. I click on this also, and plus sign, this plus sign again, style, and I want to name it as was accent. Let's say, okay, said TV accent, and the description is TV accent color, and I click on create. And again, this I want to click on this plus sign, click on this, click and give it the title. Say TV, let's say TV success. Okay, we now say TV success color. I click on create style. This also, I click on this. This is what I'm doing it one after the other, is that I want to make sure that every one of us catch up with what we are doing. This one is TV warning. Okay, we now said TV warning color, and I click on create. Also, this all again plus style. I will now say TV error, TV error color, and click on create. And again, this style name said TV background. I will now say TV background color. Okay, I have TV background color, and we click on OK. This also plus star, we said TV service, and we have the decision as TV surface color, and we click on what create style. And okay, this place want to have this also, click on this. We try to go back to that because I think there is an error there. Style, say TV border. Now said TV border color, and we click on create style, and we have a create style here. We can, I think we need to just, yes, I think I'm feeling like some error here. Edit style. Okay, I'm coming. This border, I want to copy this. I want to try to do some editing to this. Okay. Okay, I think our color is back now. I want to copy this because there's one, I'm seeing some mix up here. Okay, I want to edit this, this. Okay, I want to edit this. Okay, for this background I want to copy this. Okay, we'll be editing this. Okay, this. Okay, the color is now back. So these are just the different like color palette that we have here, and you know they are all listed here. We have TV primary, TV secondary, TV accent, TV success, and all of that. So we are moving into our typo. Our typo is like typography is just for us to get font weight of what we have, and this is popping bold. We are going for popping bold right now. So we want to try to highlight this because this is our header one, and we are on typographic. Please, let's wait for this to. Okay, we are on typo. We want to change it to inter to pop in. Let's say popping, and we are using popping. This is popping. Okay, this popping, and popping what? Popping bold. You know, we first change the name of the typo to popping, and we want to change the width of that typo, like the width of our text. I click on this and I click on bold. Okay, 32 bold. Okay, this thing, let's change it to 32. So 32 bold. No, 32 bold, and we have 32 bold here. We have 32 bold here. These are 32 bold, and we want to make this a star guide now. What we just need to we click on this, and I click on this plus sign, and I have I will now make it header one. Let's say okay, let's say TV H1. I want it to be capital H1, and we want to now description as for header one. We now say TV for header one. Okay, and we create it, and we have a start guide, you know, AG TV H1 32 auto, and want to go into the second one. Sorry, we want to go into the second H2, and want to make it popping. Change this to pop in, POP. Sorry, and we click on popping. We want to change this to bold also. It's actually bold. We change it to bold, and we want to change this to 24. We have it as 24, and 24. Sorry, we have it as 24, 24, and we have it as 24. Now we want to set the star guide. What we need to just click on these 4 dots to apply star. We click on this plus sign. From this plus sign, we now try to give it a name. We now said TV H2, and we now say TV for header 2. Okay, and we create our style, and our style is now shown here. And on the third on the third header 2, we try to highlight it this way also. We try to change it to popping, and we click on popping. We try to make it bold again, and we try to change it to 20 because its size is 20. And here we are now, and we want to make it a star guide. We click on this plus, and we try to name it. We said TV. Okay, TV H3, and we make the description as what? TV header 3, and we click on create style, and we actually have style for H1, H2, and H3. So we are on our body our body text now, body star guide. We want to make this a star guide also. We just try to go and need to highlight this, because we want to highlight this, and we want to change this. It's also a popping. We try to change it to popping pin, and we want to change it actually regular. It's actually regular, and we want to change this to 16. This is what we have. And as we change it to 16, please just a moment. Please just a moment. So as we change this to 16, we want to make this a star guide also. We just try to click on this. As we click on this, we click on this plus sign, and we try to name it, give it a name. What is it? This is going to be our TV body. Let's say body 1, and we want to give it a description. We said TV for body 1, and we click on what? We click on create style, and we actually have our style being created here. We try to highlight the small body, and we try to change it to popping. Okay, we change it to popping, and we try to resize it to 14, and this is what we have here. And now we want to try to set it, make it a star guide. We click on this plus sign, and we have this one popped up here, and we now say we can set TV body, let's say body small, body, okay, small, okay, and we now say okay, let's say TV body 2, and we have the description as TV small body, let's say small body, okay, and we click this as create side. And again, we want to have the third body as caption. We try to highlight it this way, and we change this to popping, as we have been doing that, as we have been before. We change this to popping, and it's actually a regular, and it is also in 12. Let's just put it in 12 and click this. We want to make it a star guide. We click on this, and we click on this, and we try to click on this plus sign, and we give it a name. We said TV caption body. Okay, let's just say caption, and we give it the description. We say TV caption, okay, sorry, body, and we click on create style. Okay, now all of this now is now part of our star guide. Now all of this is a star guide. This is a star guide. We are looking for it now. Let's just click on this, and we want to make it star. We want to use a star guide. Let's click on this for apply star guide. Let's search for TV. I have a TV header 1. Let's click on it like this, and you see that this thing have actually changed the way this one look like. And let's assume that we want to change it to header 2. Let's just try to search for it TV, and let's set it as header 2. We see that it's also resize itself to header 2. And again, let's just try to change it to header 3. Let's say TV 3, and see what we got. You see now the size and the font width of this have been changed to something else. Let's try to check it if it's going to work on caption TV. Let's check caption, and this is what we have for caption. So that is how we can actually set our star guide for typo, for color. And we want to set star guide we want to try to sell our design for our button. And I want to use shapes to do that. I click on this shapes, and I drop it down here, and I have it 100 by 100 in dimensions. So I want to try to change the dimensions to the height is going to be in 56 pixels, and I will now decide on how the width is going to look like. So let me just set the height to be 56. The height 56. Let's say 56. So that is the height. And again, we want. Oh, sorry. This is the width. The height 56. 56. And I want to decide on the width. Let me set my width to be 350. And this is it in 350. Moving forward, this is our button now, but I want to try to make the size of this button based on our frame. So this my button is inside my frame here. I just want to let me try to reduce the button. Let's say the button should be 300 in width and we have it in 300, about in 56 in height. So let's try to copy the instructions that we research for our button that we want to set our button to be. So now we want to set the corner radius of this button to be the corner radius, we want to set it to be 16 pixel, and it's going to be round corner radius whereby we are setting it to all of the 4 edges of that particular button. Now here we going to be using 1616 and we enter it, and we have our corner radius already. And we want to make use background color on this. We are going to instead of us copying this, we just going to go and look for the start guide we've already prepared already. We click on this variable and look for our let's just search for a TV, and we pick background, and this is what we have for background. This is what we have for background. Let's duplicate this because we are still going to be using this because it's going to be active and inactive. Now we want to have a text on this, and what is our text that we want to add on our top button? Let's say the first text is sign up. Okay, sorry, sign up. So let's assume this is our button. Let's try to use a start guide here, TV. Let's check 20 on it. If 20 is, I think 20 is not bad. Let me check TV. Let's check 16. Okay, this 16 needed to. Okay, let's use this 20. Let's use 20 and let's be going with 20. We can change that later. So we have sign up here, and we can duplicate this. Also we have sign in. Let's say sign in. So we have sign in also. So what we are doing here is we trying to create our button. No, I like this. Now we want to give this a color, and let's try to look for our color that we have. Let's just try to give the color. Okay, let's use primary color on our button since it's just our primary stuff. Let's use primary color on this, and let's change the background to TV. Let's say TV is and see use primary color on this. We're going to use TV background on this. Let's use this. Okay, and this also let's use TV primary color, and for this text that is there, we are using TV we are using TV background. TV background. So we have TV background on it. I want to have the variation of this, which is going to be this. Let's click because we want to have it in inactive and active. So let's try to duplicate this. Okay, let me duplicate this. So I have this being duplicate the name on it because we want to have it both in active and inactive. Okay, we duplicate this also. Okay, now let's change this color of this to TV. Let's say TV border, and let's try to change the color of this to something else. Let's change the color of this to this accent TV, which is secondary color, and also this one let's change it to TV border, and the text inside here we're going to be changing that to TV secondary. Please just a moment. Okay, so we have it in different form now. So now this is where auto layout works out. Now we want to try to auto lay out this thing together in order for us to have it on a particular, to have it just in this text and in this button. Now what we just to do is just that we try to click on this and click on this together and click on Shift A. Okay, now we've tried to auto-lay this thing out together. Now they are now together. Now wherever we've turned it to frame now, so this also we try to highlight, highlight this and highlight this also and click on Shift A, and these have been auto-lay out also. I will try to do this same thing, repeat the same thing on this, Shift A, and we have auto-lay this out also together, Shift, and this also Shift A, we have auto-lay this thing together. Now we have the we have active button, we have inactive button of sign up, sign in of the two together now. So we can now copy, like try to cut this. Let's try to highlight them together. Okay, because it's actually part of our guard that we are setting. So we want to drop this here because this is actually our button, and it's actually the button that we're going to be using in the design that we are going to be working with towards this program. So I think time have been fast spent. Okay, now we've tried to achieve our button. We've tried to set start guide. we have our illustration. We have illustration on our screen already. So we want to try to bring in our icons. So this is where we get our icon. I told us earlier that we have plugged in inside Figma that we can actually get our icon from. And this plugin, now we click on this and this popped up, and we click on this. Instead of clicking on it, I will just click on Iconify because it's one of the plugins that I've been using on this particular board before. So I click on Iconify and let Iconify load up. Once it load up, we are going to be bringing in some some icons that we're going to be using in our design. Icons like each, like if probably is on building stuff. Now we call it okay, let's search for icons. Let's say let's search for so let's take this thing, let's import. We are importing it as frame. Okay, and we are importing this also as frame. And again, we want to look for padlock for password hidden padlock, sorry. And we have all of these here. So we're going to be looking into the one that is going to fit better. I think let's go for this. So let's import this also. What else do we need? Let me check what we have for me to see what else do we need. So these are our icons that we have tried to import here, and I think their size is not the same. Let me cut this also. So I'm cutting it, taking it back to here. So I bring it down here again. So that is our that is our icon. I think we need to also work on our card. So card, now I want to click on shapes and I drop it here, and the height of our card, the radius of our card is going to be 20. We are going to decide the card by ourselves. We are deciding for the card by ourselves based on what we are designing on the screen that based on the screen that we are designing for. Okay, based on the screen that we are designing for. Again, we are going to be having input feed. I think let's try to walk through the input feed. So I want to copy this and go straight back to back to the screen that we are using. We are still going to be using 56 as the height of our input feed. Let's try to paste these shapes here, and let me just decide. Though in the next class we are going to be working on how we are going to be setting the page, this page very well, the screen very well, sorry. So these are input feed. I think let me just make it 50. So 50 input, let's say email. Let's duplicate this. Let's say full name, email, okay, password, and password confirmation. We have these three here. So in our next class, we will continue from where we stopped today. Do you have anybody that have question on the call? Do you have anyone that have question on the call? All right, if there is no question, we will try all our possible best to get this class uploaded on our YouTube channel for people that are not on call right away, to just get what we have done today, and in order for them to just rewatch what we have done so far today, in order for them to be able to catch up in the assignment that will be uploading to the group probably by tomorrow. So please kindly be on the lookout for your assignment, and I'm using this particular time to just encourage us to just keep on that morale. Keep it, like, we should try to keep our morale, we should try to keep it high. We should try to keep our morale high and look for better deal, and get our hands dirty whenever assignment comes. Let's try our best, works on what assignment have been given to us, and we try to hope for better futures ahead as we plan. Please have a wonderful day. See you in the next class. Thank you for coming.